goodness, that's the other thing that's funny is you feel like you sit down at this desk and you feel this pressure to do something.
The Oval Office is a copy of the Office of the President of the United States that is built out of cardboard. It is mobile. It moves around to different sites and parks where people can sit at the desk of the President and sign an executive order.
What I really love is inaugurating new presidents, and the power of this desk is that we are using that idea of the spectacle and selfie culture to draw people in. But once they sit at the desk, it's kind of a powerful thing.
What stands out to me about when we were in Modesto was working with younger people in the community, thinking sort of hard about what was the executive order that they would want to see in the world, and some of them really taking that moment, taking that time to think.
So in thinking about the People's Oval Office as part of this grant opportunity, at CCA we're hosting a community engagement event. So the artists sent invitations out with the idea to bring together members of the local community. We have, artists and arts advocates, members of different community groups, members of kind of voter advocation and democratic engagement groups, kind of everyone coming together to help brainstorm and really think about how this project can be rolled out in a successful way.
We were able to set up the Oval Office and gave everyone an opportunity to participate directly in the project, to sit down and write an executive order.
We registered about 130 students that weekend with the help of 100 Youth of Action.
We presented about the project and we invited all of the participants to sort of engage with one another about what they're hoping to see sort of shift or change for the 2020 election.
And so it was a chance to connect directly and to meet and to learn more about what their organization's goals are during the 2020 election cycle.
We feel that our project will be most successful if we have a variety of partners and are able to present our project in a number of spaces throughout the Bay Area. I was incredibly pleased with how many people came.
It seemed like there were a lot of opportunities. They saw ways in which our project can adapt to their programming.
I see a direct connection between this executive order thing, but to your idea about building democratic power. Because I think that for us, voting and the census are the exact same thing.
Some outcomes from this dinner were that we got positive feedback for our current projects, with suggestions and ideas on how to further deepen our engagement with the community. We built new relationships, and we got further information about the census.
For every one person that is not counted, that's $2,000 that are lost per person per year. So the 10 years in the census will be $20,000.
So CCA is our primary partner, but we're also partnering with SF Parks Alliance, who is providing us access to a number of their spaces throughout the city.
Our intention is to go to a number of Parks Alliance sites as pop-ups, and then also to develop these kind of deeper community relationships with groups like CCA, where we can do follow-through events.
So we see the opportunity in working with SF Parks Alliance, in working with groups like 100 Days Action to try to activate the public space and use projects like the People's Oval Office as a bridge to have deeper connections with the local community.
We're creating partnerships with Bay Area community organizations, especially ones that work on voter registration and the census. So when we have a strong community partner that is engaged with people in a public park, then we have a chance to create a political conversation in a space where it's not usually accessible. So the SF Parks Alliance has given us a blanket permission to activate a number of different sites. We did a round of site visitations where we photographed different spaces where we'd like to see the Oval Office, including Jean Suttle Plaza, Mendel Plaza, Daggett Park near CCA, Ingleside Library, and 16th Mission. Funding from the Raymond Foundation would allow us to expand this project significantly. We've designed a mobile Oval Office that would be much easier to set up by just 2 people, and the backdrop would be in segments so that it could be set up in different spaces with a kind of a take over a larger space and get more attention, or else fit into any different kind of public space. We'd be adding this new role of a press secretary, which is a person who provides copies of everything that people do within the office, including signing their executive order and also getting a photograph at the desk.
Part of the way we are looking to expand our projects is by exhibiting the executive orders on site and also in community spaces with our partners. We're looking to expand the mobility and the portability of the project.
We're also planning on working with the community partnerships to kind of spread the message of what a community-sourced democratic voice sounds like. And also in being able to give each person who experiences the Oval Office a copy of their executive order to take home with them. That is huge, because a big part of this project is trying to help people to see what their role is in the process, and if they have a copy of the thing that they wrote on this one day in a strange place in a weird park, then they have this kind of note for themselves to think about how they want to engage with a future that they want to see.
This is an all hands on deck moment, and we need artists to get people engaged in different ways.